New here tonight, an intersection in Victoria will be closed for several days while crews work to clean up a disastrous plane crash.
This small plane made an emergency landing on the road, crashing into 3 cars. It happened just before 3 p.m. at the intersection of Zach Lentz Parkway and Mockingbird Lane. We know 4 people were taken to the hospital and 1 person needed, quote, higher level care. Officials say it will take a long time to clear the scene and ask drivers to avoid that area.
We do anticipate the road or this intersection to be closed for at least a couple of days. It could be longer, but until further notice, we're letting the public know that they are not able to access this intersection.
After the plane crashed, the pilot said, quote, "My boss is going to be mad at me." This is according to a witness turned hero. Fox 26's Randy Wallace reporting from Victoria.
Imagine driving on the feeder road of a busy highway and you see a plane about to crash. That was Tony Pointer's day. He admits he's lucky he survived and could help the injured.
Whoa! I heard a plane sound like a Cessna over the top. I'm thinking, man, that sounds really, really low. And then it started to waver and rock back and forth. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to keep going forward because it seems like it's going to crash. Parked my car, ran up to the pilot, first seeing if he was okay. He was still strapped in, but he's on an angle. Unstrapped him, tried to get him out of there, but could not do that at that point. The doors were kind of blocked. He was okay, bloody, but conscious. He was fine. About an 78-year-old gentleman. Could not open either one of the doors, passenger door or the driver's side door. But she was still there, but bloody. Her face was bloody, hands were bloody at that point. That was then the EMPs were coming around. We went to check the gentleman in the car here. He was the only one that was fine. Don't know how he was fine because his car flipped over at that point. There was a lady in this black car here with a passenger that was pregnant. She was in shock. She would not leave the car whatsoever. From that point on, we just kind of looked. Then the EMTs came. They took over at that point.
What was going through your mind this whole time?
Well, again, the first part of it, hearing that plane, I thought it was going to crash on me. Most of the big thing I was worried about was the plane going to explode. And that's when I looked around and I saw gasoline on the ground. There was no smoke smelling at all, which I'm amazed. Nothing was on fire, nothing was burning, so I felt safe enough again to talk to the lady and go around her car underneath the wing.
Was the pilot able to talk to you?
He was. And he was, at the one point, he did make a comment that he said, hey, again, he was probably in shock. He just said, my boss is going to be really mad at me. So that was kind of a weird comment to make, but he was in shock.
The FAA is just one of several agencies now investigating. This intersection is expected to be closed for several days. Reporting from Victoria, Randy Wallace, Fox 26 News.